Morning. We're starting section 2 of the Santa Fe to Taos Trail. And before I get winded, just try to update you on what I'm doing. So this is section 2, started at the ski basin, and today I'm headed up to the Lake Catherine, Stewart Lake, and then I'm going to show you the caves at the Cave Creek Trail. So I've got a 2,000-foot climb right off the bat. So I'm going to put this camera away and get to hiking. Already breathing hard. Last year I did the winter trail. We had a group backpacking trip, and I'll put that link to that. But we actually, instead of going up the Windsor Trail, we actually went down. And I'm gonna say that was a little bit easier, but just trying to get my legs and breath acclimated to this elevation. Excuse me. And once I get that, everything will come together. Just take it slow and steady at first. Out here in the distance is Santa Fe ski area. Headed up to the top of the lifts. And now we're gonna get to do some stairs. Well, I've got a little bit of time headed downhill. I'll catch you up on this video series. This is gonna be video 2 of a series from the Santa Fe to Taos. I've already done section 1. If you haven't watched that video, go out and make sure you watch that. Because of work, I took off, came up and did section 1, and this morning Cha-Cha brought me up to Santa Fe ski basin. She's gonna be able to help me do some resupply along the way, so that's gonna be nice. And this video is gonna be a little bit different. So for those of you that live in New Mexico, give you some ideas on what you can do to resupply, because this is kind of a hard trail to resupply on, since there's not a lot of stopping points to where, or there are no stopping points where you can buy food. So you're gonna have to think about that. But that first section, 538 feet, was quite the uphill, but I survived it. And now I'm heading downhill, and soon I'll be heading back uphill. I'm gonna go to Lake Catherine first, and then Stewart Lake, which is quite a bit of a climb. So I should have about 1,500 or 1,400 more to do. Just met a backpacker that was headed out, and he did Nambe Lake. But this is just a beautiful area. The trail is giving me plenty of shade right now, and the temps are absolutely perfect. So let's head up to Lake Catherine. And I showed you a couple of those pretty little caterpillars, but I want you to look what they're doing to the aspens right now. It's kind of a big deal here in Santa Fe National Forest. They can come in here and they just destroy so much. So I'm not a real big fan of those little guys, because I love my aspen trees, but kind of hard to do anything about it out here. But you can see what the trail looks like now. A little rocky. Take your time. Make sure your steps count. All right, came to our trail intersection. If you go up, you go to Lake Nombe, and we're gonna take the Windsor Trail here and go down. And this is one of the first water sources on her map when she sends you the GPX files. So let's go check out the water. She has baby chicks. There's one of the little baby chicks. Looks like she has 3 or 4 baby chicks. I've seen grouse before, but I've never seen the babies, so that was pretty cool. I just passed the Rio Nombe Trail, and in this little area, it doesn't show it on the maps that she sends out, but there are a couple flat spots in here that you could set up your tent if you decided to do that. And with that being said, you'd also have access to this water site, which is a marked water site on her maps. Just a beautiful little area here. Coming up on our trailhead and getting off the Windsor Trail and getting on the Skyline Trail, headed up to Lake Catherine. Made it up to the Skyline, Lake Catherine point. Checking out these views. I believe that way is Santa Fe. We're gonna be heading up this trail, go to Lake Catherine. And I just met a guy that's backpacking to Stewart Lake, but he's gonna go up to Baldy at first. So I'm gonna go out here and check this view out. So I'm pretty sure that point back there was my highest elevation for today. A little over 2,000 foot of elevation gain. And the rest of the day, I believe, is just downhill. So I'm looking forward to a nice walk down. Gonna have lunch at, I think I told you just a second ago, at Lake Catherine. And right now I'm just in these switchbacks, walking down, and Lake Catherine is right over there somewhere. That's a no joke. I can't believe the trail maintenance hasn't been out to get that one. That one's been there for a while. Here's the water source that's marked on the map, but you definitely need to get water before this, because this little trek along up to Lake Catherine, even though you go downhill, it's no joke. Hike switchbacks up, then you get a little flat, then you switch back up again, then you get a little flat. But this is a no joke hike, so think about that as you come down here to the lake. Has to be one of the prettiest flowers on trail. Even up here in the rocks. All right, I'm heading out, and I think I have about 8 more miles, and hopefully the majority of it is downhill. Little no-name, I guess you could call that a lake, pond. Here's the camping area below Lake Catherine if you're coming from Taos to Santa Fe, and there is water right there, so actually a really good camping area if you're going opposite direction. It's just a beautiful area. This would be better than camping up anyway, so keep that in mind if you come this direction. To the south of here, there is a fire, and it looks like the canyon's kind of filled up with smoke, but no worries this way. You gotta love it downhill, especially after climbing all day. Hello. Walking through the tree graveyard. Said on the notes that there might be some blowdowns in this area. So far, it's been pretty easy. Coming up on the Skyline Trail, and we're gonna make a left. All right, there we go. You gotta love those sounds of the water. Good water source right here at the Skyline in Windsor. We're gonna take the Skyline to the left here. Not a care in the world. Here's Stewart Lake, and up there up top, that's where I camped last year. Beautiful little area to camp. You got camping up top, and then also camping down here. So, and here's a good water source. The lake with no name, the pond with no name. Not sure what this is. It's just here. Kind of surprised it doesn't have a name. There are also a couple camping spots here. I think would be okay. I'm about 14 miles in, and I'm at the water source that's right before Johnson Lake Trail, and I've got about a mile to go until I turn down the Cave Creek Trail, and then set up camp. I'm ready for dinner. Pretty clean water source. Water's running pretty fast, and it looks a little yellow, but when you filter it, it's just fine. So good little water source. Nice size elk tracks. I haven't seen any signs of elk in the area, but it's really my first track I've seen too. So I know that they're here, usually farther over by the Hamilton Mesa, but it was good to be able to see a little sign of them. So I've been walking on the Skyline Trail and just thinking to myself, this just does not look familiar. And I guess, you know, when I was on this the last time, I was walking the opposite direction, but I just do not remember this section. And I'm a very visual person, so it's been interesting. This section I'm coming up on is the Cave Creek Trail, and last year a group of us hiked up the Cave Creek Trail and then hiked up this, but I was probably in my mind just entertaining everybody, talking to people, and just not paying attention. Also going the other direction, so it's kind of like I've never been here before, but just a beautiful, beautiful area. So if you ever look at the maps for the Santa Fe to Taos, one of your thoughts might be, why don't you just stay on the Skyline? Why are you going down the Cave Creek Trail and then up the Damien? Well, one of the things that's happened in this area is forest fires. The Jaroso fire was in 2013, and it just demolished that area. And I just met some guys from Texas, and they were backpacking up, and they went through that area. And I asked them how it was, and they said it was just deadfall after deadfall after deadfall. So one of the reasons we're going down is to miss that deadfall. And you're gonna have some of this deadfall every once in a while, but in this area, people, trail maintenance comes out and cuts this up, clears this up for us, and we got to thank them for doing that. We have made it to our trail junction, and we're gonna go down the Cave Creek Trail, so it's gonna be good. I love this trail. It's a trail that I've done multiple times. Just really pretty trail. A lot of water, and we get stuff like this. I don't think these are on the map, but there's some spaces here that people could, and you can see a little fire pit that somebody did, probably for a hammock, but there was a place for a small tent or a tarp that would work as well right there. And again, I'm on the Cave Creek Trail. That looks like an extreme amount of bear poop. Not eating a lot of berries, just eating a lot of grass. So keep my eye open. So set my pack down, and I've got a little surprise for you guys. We're walking along the Cave Creek, and right now I'm going to show you something that most of you have not seen on video yet for the Santa Fe to Taos Trail, and that's going to be an actual couple of caves. Most people will just walk on by this area and not even know, but I've been here several times. So let's take a look at it for the first time. So you have some caves over there and some caves over here, and the majority of the time when we're out here, the water is pretty high, and you're able to see the water flow into the caves. Now, the water also continues down the Cave Creek, but right here is one section of the Cave Creek, and you see the water is just running in. Now, I don't think any animals live in here, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but you can see that the water's flowing back into this cave, and then you can go across. Let me try to go across here. And if you look down there, you also have water on that section as well. All right, let me get to the other side. There's another cave over here on the other side. And we'll walk along this wall here. Try not to get my feet wet. And there you have it. This is why they call it the Cave Creek Trail. One of the things that I do when I'm filtering water is I get it tight, and then if you'll just let it release this top of this blue, the water starts going a lot faster. Gives it a little pressure, lets the air release. So I found a little spot to cook dinner. I'm gonna see how level it is, and then set up my tent and go to bed. I'm tired. Today, of course, this said I had planned out 16 miles, and I think with filming and everything, walking back and forth, I think I did 17. But from here, we can go to the Damien Trail, and then tomorrow will be another big day for climbing. Tomorrow I have to climb up to True Chest Lakes. So as soon as this water's done, I'm gonna start boiling me some water. All right, today we're gonna have a little chicken and rice. Just need a cup of water. So I made me a little measure on here out of a plastic bottle, and then I put tape on it and measured everything out, so I don't have to worry about my measurements when I get out here, so that makes it nice. Let that come to a boil. And that'll be ready. Get my hydrator ready. And it says it'll take 10 minutes after the water boils, so I'm done for the night. Ate all my dinner. Now I just got to get everything situated underneath my tarp and lay everything out. Then I'm gonna go to bed. So I will see you in the morning. Today was a long day, but it'll just get better.